For years now, I believe almost everyone who has tuned into or regularly watches sports has noticed the uprising in empty seats taking place at professional sporting events, such as MLB, NBA, NHL, NASCAR, and even NFL games. There are multiple factors as to why this is happening to multi-million-dollar teams. Whether it be team talent, marketing, and high ticket prices are just some to name, for example.
Back and forth, but the Rockets took care of business tonight, winning Game 2 against OKC.
All right, but for some reason, though, there are plenty of empty seats in the arena.
Yeah, Larry Seward is live with what fans have to say about this. Larry?
Len, unlike Game 1, Game 2 here officially sold out, but not every seat filled. This being the NBA playoffs, the question begs, why?
Rockets gonna win Game 2!
Rockets fan,
what are the two nicknames the radio guys go by?
Here's real trivia. If you love your team enough to know its stars.
James Harden, Trevor Ariza, Lou Williams.
By name. What's up with those empty seats? And how in the world did we find playoff tickets to Game 2 on StubHub for $56?
It was a little strange to me as well, and I couldn't quite figure it out.
A block south of Toyota Center at China Garden.
You never can figure out what fans are thinking.
Former Rockets announcer Jim Foley offered a theory.
Well, I think people are waiting to see what happens.
He thinks fans are waiting for the next round. Ticket brokers agree. They point to online sales where we saw $17 tickets to the Washington Wizards game. In Houston, maybe it's just timing. Some simply refuse to miss an Astros baseball game for anything short of an NBA championship.
I'm pulling for, obviously, the Rockets for H-Town, but no, I'm an Astros fan.
Whatever the cause.
Great to see James play against Westbrook and show who the real MVP is.
These fans don't worry. They believe crowds are coming.
Len, Mia, how about this? Some fans blame those empty seats on the Oklahoma City Thunder. They say a better opponent, like, say, San Antonio, will get more people in this arena. We're live at Toyota Center. Larry Seward, KHOU 11 News.
Somebody's throwing shade at
They
OKC.
make a good argument, I'm just saying.
Thank you, Larry.
It's been said of Columbus hockey fans that if the Blue Jackets win, they will come. So far, it has not been entirely true. The Blue Jackets finished so strong last season, 18-5-5, missed the playoffs by a single point, a tiebreaker to the Minnesota Wild, and they've been a very competitive team this year. They're in the middle of the Eastern Conference playoff race, and yet they're 29th in the NHL in attendance. The Blue Jackets average about 14,300 fans per game. That puts them below last year's level, which seems incongruent. They're in the middle of the Eastern Conference playoff race, and yet their attendance has gone down. The feeling here is that Blue Jackets fans, long-suffering Blue Jackets fans, you could say, are waiting for something momentous.
I think people are kind of waiting to see where they land in the playoffs, and I think that once that they're there, they're going to jump on the bandwagon and want to be there. But we'll see.
I've noticed a lot of empty seats, and it's embarrassing when like Pittsburgh especially, or Detroit comes to town, and they are out cheering us. You know, that's embarrassing for Columbus. You need to be here and support your team.
I would have to say that realistically, if we're talking decline ticket sales, I'd have to say we'd probably want to look a little bit more closer to the cost.
Right.
Right? Like, how much are your tickets costing, your fans? And then another subtopic to that would be, are your tickets being scalped? Right? Are your tickets being resold by a third-party vendor? Because I could tell you that from my own personal experience, one thing that's kind of disheartening is, as somebody who does like to go to these stadiums, does like to support the team and get the overall experience, if I'm buying a ticket at retail price, I am 100% committed and okay with that.
Right.
But if I'm buying a ticket that has been resold and is now triple, quadruple the cost of retail, now that's bugging me.
Right.